Ready for the big event?
Yes, my crew is standing by.
Good. Switch on the auditorium.
Right.
Well, hey, everybody, this is Kevin Doucet from Alabama, checking back in. It's been a while. I have been out here listening, but I've just had some things going on. I wanted to contact my good friends, Jim and Lynne Fidler, and everyone else, all you listeners out there, and let you know that this is the time of the year that we really do need to think about the true meaning of what it is for us all to be together on this big globe. We need to be aware of each other and take care of one another. At this time, I just wanted to say, Merry Christmas, Merry Kalikimaki, Joyeux Noel, and many other things that I can't pronounce. Merry Christmas, everybody! And remember, you are listening to the greatest podcast in this universe. You're with the road!
Tonight, a visit to worlds strangely different from ours, the world of the future. Now, here is the future.
Countdown for blast off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
Hello, Lillian and Jim. This is Peter. I'm out snowshoeing up on the bogs near the beautiful community of Lewisporte in central Newfoundland. Everything here looks like a perfect Christmas postcard. So on that note, I'd like to wish all the Republic of Avalon radio listeners a very Merry Christmas and a very happy and extremely prosperous 2008. And off I go in the snow.
Sono lieto di poter rievocare in poche parole le esperienze delle prime trasmissioni radiotelegrafiche a grandi distanze da me felicemente eseguite attraverso l'Oceano Atlantico il 12 dicembre 1901.
Holy snapping bra straps. It's a creature's cranial region.
Republic of Avalon Radio. It's 0 hours Avalon Standard Time.
Hey, Roar people. Just Anne from Philadelphia calling to wish you a very Merry Christmas. And Karen has a message for you, too.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all of you out in Roarland, and especially to Jim, Lillian, and Zebbie. And we wish you an Irish Christmas and a Reggae New Year.
Republic of Avalon Radio.
You're with the roar!
Here now is Jimmy Fidler.
Hey ho, yes indeed, I am Jimmy Fidler, and you are listening to The Roar, Republic of Avalon Radio. This happens to be episode 62. The whole idea of this show is to take you on a journey through time and space. We will be taking you to various locales in space, but as well in time. From 2007 to 2008, we will carry you through the transition. So all of you who think it's done, it ain't done yet. It ain't over till somebody sings, I guess. So strap on in, kick back. In fact, if you haven't gotten yourself comfy yet, I think you might just want to do so and then just start the show over again and just listen back to the intro. And a big tee-hee-hee to my good friend Kevin in Alabama, who sent that intro for us, that shout-out or holiday greetings. And I don't know if any of you could tell, but I had a little bit of fun with it, so there you have it. But I think Kevin's a good sport. I think he's good for it. In fact, I also have to thank Kevin for taking me up on my little jest. I mentioned in the last episode that perhaps during Christmas somebody might want to call the pub and buy me a pint. Well, Kevin made good of it. In fact, he bought me a few pints, so that was very nice. That really helped a particular evening flow along quite nicely, and much appreciated, Kevin. And now the only thing is for you to get yourself here so that I can return the favor, because that's just the way it's going to have to work. You have to be here at the pub for me to reciprocate. And I guess a big thank you to everybody else that we've been hearing from. By the way, it's not over yet till the 6th of January, at least around here. That's what we call Old Christmas Day, and that's when, the day after Old Christmas Day actually is when you take down your tree and decorations and stuff like that. So I know some people put out Christmas shows sometimes a couple of weeks before Christmas, and some right on Christmas Day, I guess. Not very many. In fact, a lot of stuff was pretty much left on autopilot, I do believe. Many of the online radio stations and so on, like the We the People radio network and GCN and the like, all those kinds of online stations. But we wanted to actually record a bit of our experience during Christmas and New Year, so it would be impossible to put that out in advance. And I guess my main idea was just to get this out for you before the whole thing was over. And we have done that, as you can hear. As I mentioned in the last episode, we were indulging in some culinary delights, eating and relaxing and all that kind of stuff. Not a whole lot of merriment, really. Pretty tame, but definitely had a nice break, a nice getaway from things. I'm not great on vacations and the like. It just, I don't know what it is. I have, whatever I'm working on on the album, and of course while everyone's sitting around drinking and eating and all that stuff, you don't get a whole lot work done on an album, and I miss it. But I will be commencing business as usual as of Monday, I guess. I'll be jumping into action over the weekend, poking around. I have been tweaking a little bit and laying down some preliminary tracks for one of the songs on the record, but generally in relax mode. And I still haven't gotten my Christmas gift yet. I have on the way to me a ShuttlePro, which is something that I can use in the studio to, I guess it's called a control surface. You can assign buttons and so on. So I can go forward and back when I'm editing things and have dedicated buttons instead of having to use a mouse or a computer keyboard or anything like that in various programs like Sonar and SoundForge. And these things are great for video editing as well, and almost anything really that has keyboard shortcuts. So I will be having fun with that when it finally arrives. In any case, the main thing, I think, is for all of you to kick back and enjoy this episode 62. And all the best greetings for the season to you and yours from Lynne and myself. And we hope that you continue to listen to The Roar in 2008. And many of you were first-time listeners in 2007. So we hope you stick around in 2008 and beyond. And let me just reach over here and hit my little button that makes you hear things. Starting out with Lynne and Maria in New York City. You're listening to Republic of Avalon Radio, and it's a darn good thing, I'd say.
Hi, this is Lynne and Maria from the Malin Slice of Life podcast, and you're listening to The Roar!
Wake up! This is the Republic of Avalon radio show. Ragadan from the Three Shoes Posse letting you know. Link up, don't drop your teacup.
Republic of Avalon radio. You're with the roar!
All right, here we are. And it is now officially Christmas. And we're here. We're here, and even though that seemed like a very quick time passes very quickly. We are now about to have our first sample of the Fidler brew, or Fidler brew, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to get Lillian out of the living room. Come, be with the rest of us on Christmas, darling. Come and spend time with us on Christmas.
Okay.
Yes.
Here, we're going to the
It's such a beautiful time of the year.
It is such a beautiful time of the year.
Where the friends and family come together to have Christmas cheer.
Christmas cheer and beer.
And this is our Christmas cheer.
I'm about to pop.
First, before we do this, let us pray. No. First, before we... Yeah, well, maybe we should do that too. Don't make a mess. Do a what over the glasses?
Blessing.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. We have to have the folks hear it.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to put the... There we go. Go.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
That worked very well. It has kick.
It was like champagne.
Now commence the pouring. And pour it carefully, mindfully, like watch till it starts, when it starts making a bit of head and then back off a bit. Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
How's it looking?
It's very carbonated.
It's good?
It has a great head on it.
Excellent.
It's a beautiful color.
Uh-huh.
It's like an amber color.
Yeah, it's like a red ale, yeah.
Yeah, and it even has a sound to it, actually. If you put the recorder down there, you probably hear it. I'm just going to pour some more in here.
She's pouring. Okay, pour away. Okay.
We're just going to taste the first one now. The glasses aren't all the way full.
Oh, they don't have to be. So that was one bottle split up between the three of us? Okay. Well, first we'll have a smell. Nice. Ooh, well, cheers, folks.
Indeed.
Cheers, Andrew. And
Merry Christmas.
My fault, I suppose. As a child, I was rather young for cider.
Great success indeed, yes.
Very tasty.
Soon the platter started giving way without warning. Youthful exuberance made way for my...
it is nice.
Oh, the second sip's even better than the first one.
Indeed, indeed.
As for the dog, she became incontinent years later in an entirely unrelated incident.
It's really good. It's like it gets better with every taste.
It does, doesn't it?
Yes.
It needs more refrigeration. It's not been in there very long. It's still kind of like room temperature. It was being stored in the room upstairs, which I think is actually the warmest room in the house. and we just took them down and put them in the refrigerator for a while. Now, I'm not a big fan of ice cold beer or anything like that, but there is a good temperature. You will see, well, some beers will let you know right on the bottle or on the case or whatever. But yeah, different types of beers are better served at certain temperatures, and this here is above the temperature I think it's best at. But even still, it's like, yoo-hoo.
Indeed. It's good temperature to get an idea of the taste, though.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, that coffee, we had some really good coffee earlier. If I gave that to you lukewarm,
yeah,
you would not get the same idea of that coffee.
Full glass of it.
No.
I'm taking a picture of James.
Hey, did you hear what he said? He said, no photos, please. Lillian steps over and says, okay, I'm going to have a few snaps now. And your man says, no photos, please. By the way, folks, we're listening to BBC 7, Radio 7, The Beebs.
Can I get a picture now of you and Andrew with your beer?
All right, then.
How about in front of the tree?
In front of the tree. We're going to have a picture in front of the tree. An holiday snap. We're going to take some holiday snaps in front of the tree.
We already opened our presents.
Here we are in front of the tree taking some holiday snaps. Me and my brother. This is me brother in the distance. I'm standing in front of the tree with my brother. Come here, brother. Come here, brother.
Get a bit closer together.
Yeah, can you somehow get that acre of land out from between the two of us?
Indeed.
Okay, let's lock eyes.
Now raise your glasses.
Raise our glasses in cheer. Ho ho ho. Ho ho ho. All right.
There we go.
That was a good
That was a
one.
good shot.
Yeah?
Definitely.
Cool. Me with my swollen eyelid and all.
It's a bit dark, actually.
Now, folks, you see, I just had my first stint at the first annual Grand Banks Reggae Festival. I did a solo set, but I also did a set with a local group called Skank. And so I was playing drums. And for some reason, it seems to be a bit of a problem with me. When I do things that are extremely physically exerting, I tend to sometimes have a little breakout or a little bout of eczema, and in the T-zone or whatever. Actually, it's on my eyelids. So the next morning when I woke up from this, of course, I said I felt like a boxer stepping out of the ring when I finished the set, because boy, I tell you, the muscles that you use if you don't play drums on a regular basis, especially that style of music, you can find some muscles there. I think it's much like people, every year when they go out in the spring and they get out doing a bit of gardening or anything like that they haven't been doing all winter, and same kind of idea. But it wasn't bad. It was a lot of fun, and still a little bit of the festival left. For any of you who are listening that are in the area, the 28th is the day, and I think you can go to newfoundlandreggae.com and find out all the details. I will be playing with the group again for an all-ages show, and then we're going out. Is the all-ages show on the boat?
I think so.
Okay. We're going out on the boat, and it's fully enclosed, and it's all everything in there, all kinds of bar and restaurant and all this and that, whatever. But of course, there's no bar service for the all ages show. And then later on, after that, I think I'm playing with the group. The all ages show is at 8. Then I'm doing a solo set, not on the drums, playing guitar and singing at 10. And then I'm playing at some ungodly hour, 2 or something like that.
2,
Yeah, 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock in the morning with the band again, and that's going to be great. And I mean, gee whiz, for the price, for going out on that boat during Christmas and having a tour around the harbour, and hearing 5 bands or something like that, it's like $20. So anyone who's within range, I would highly recommend it. The crack will be 90 in the harbour of St. John's, and I would highly recommend it. But back to this here for a moment. That's a winner. Can we? Is it unanimous? Is this Fidler Brew, Fidler Brew, Fidler Broy, Fidler Brau, Red, Irish Red Ale? Is it a winner?
It's a winner. Here.
All right. Well, let's cheers to that, and we'll catch you all later as we fade over the horizon.
Cheers.
Slancha.
Plancha.
Prost.
Prost.
Chin chin.
Chin chin.
Hallelujah. Oy vey.
Hi, I'm Bob MacDonald, the science guy from CBC's Quirks and Quarks, and you're listening to the Republic of Avalon Radio.
To the listeners of Republic of Avalon Radio, I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. My name is Cynthia, and I'm from St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada.
Hi, this is Charlotte Story with Landwash Music Distribution. On behalf of myself and the staff, we'd like to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Republic of Avalon Radio. You're with the roar!
One particular Christmas season, a long time ago, Santa was getting ready for his annual trip, but there were problems everywhere. 4 of his elves got sick, and the substitute elves did not produce the toys as fast as the regular ones, so Santa was beginning to feel the pressure of being behind schedule. Then, Mrs. Claus told Santa that her mom was coming to visit. This stressed Santa even more. When he went to harness the reindeer, he found that 4 of them were about to give birth, and 2 had jumped the fence and were out, God knows where. More stress. Then, when he began to load the sleigh, one of the boards cracked, and the toy bag fell to the ground and scattered the toys all over the place. So, frustrated, Santa went into the house for a cup of coffee and a shot of whiskey. When he went to the cupboard, he discovered that the elves had hid the liquor and there was nothing to drink. In his frustration, he accidentally dropped the coffee pot, and it broke into hundreds of little pieces all over the kitchen floor. He went to get the broom and found that mice had eaten the straw it was made from. Just then, the doorbell rang and Santa cussed on his way to the door.
What the hell?
He opened the door, and there was a little angel with a great big Christmas tree. The angel said very cheerfully, "Merry Christmas, Santa. Isn't it just a lovely day? I have a beautiful tree for you. Isn't it just a lovely tree? Where would you like me to stick it?" Thus began the tradition of a little angel on top of the Christmas tree.
Hello, I'm Clyde Rose, and I live in St. John's, Newfoundland. I live on Water Street, and it's a wonderful season for love and song and stories in particular, and I'm very much a part of that. I hope you enjoy the story that I have to tell. Good night. Thank you.
An Offer Wadham's Miracle. In 1929, when Susie was 7, she and her lightkeeper parents, Arch and Nora Way, moved from Musgrave Harbour to Offer Wadham Island, 12 miles out in the Atlantic, and the last inhabited speck of land until you came to Ireland. here on this treeless rock that was buffeted by mountainous seas most of the time and locked in Arctic ice floes every spring, Susie lived for 9 years until she returned home to start high school. Although isolation was the central fact of her life in that forbidding environment, she cherished some warm and lovely memories of that sojourn. Among them is a Christmas miracle. Susie's summers were exciting enough. Every June, when the northern ice finally let go of the shore, 50 or more families would converge there from the mainland to fish cod. 2 merchants would even come and set up shop, one at either end of the half-mile-wide island. For 2 hectic months, the men and older boys would jig, split, salt, and dry fish, while the women made cod liver oil to barter for necessities like cotton. Each week, a coastal steamer delivered mail and freight to the government wharf, and sometimes tourists. Besides tending the light, her father set broken bones, pulled bad teeth, cured headaches and fevers, and held church services in the tiny Methodist chapel. Her mother taught Sunday school. The smaller children had a wonderful time. But in September, everything changed. All the mainland children had to return to school. As boat after loaded boat drew away from the wharf, the 2 lighthouse families would watch and wave. Finally, when the last put of the last engine faded on the western horizon, they would turn to face another long winter. Susie Way spent 9 Christmases on Outer, Wadham, with her 2 brothers and 1 sister. Their only neighbors, an elderly couple, were childless. So few were they, only 8 souls in that waste of winter ocean. They had to keep busy. Their parents saw to that. On weekdays, Mother taught them the same school lessons that mainland children took. On the Sabbath, they continued the summer practice of having hymns and prayers and Bible study. Besides schoolwork, the older children had potatoes to peel, lamps to trim, dishes to wash, coal to fetch, slops to dump, and snow to shovel. And, of course, Father tended the lights, while Mother kept hearth and home. But there was the mail. 3 times between September and May, the Abbott family of Musgrave Harbour would venture out by boat to deliver 2 or 3 months' accumulation. Letters, magazines, catalogues, church literature. It was a feast, almost a Christmas in itself. Sometimes there were even books. The season's last official boat trip was in November. Any winter supplies had to be ordered in time for that. This was all the more urgent after 1933, when, as a cost-cutting measure, the government removed the telegraph equipment. Until then, the Ways could always tap out a message on the wireless. Now they had no means to get word out whatsoever. All they could do in an emergency was light a bonfire and hope someone would see it. Their only link with the outside world was a battery radio. Picture them then. On a stormy November night in 1934, a few weeks before the last boat, sitting around the snug lamplit kitchen of their frame house, reading, doing homework, writing letters, mending socks, snoozing. Outside, the first gale of winter howls around the lighthouse tower and under the eaves. Every few moments the great light floods the dark windows and sweeps out to sea, warning seamen of the island's rocky teeth. As the year's first snow hisses against the panes, The coal stove glows cherry red, and the kettle sings. Susie, it's time to turn on the Gerald S. Doyle news, says her father. Susie, 12, dark-haired, intelligent girl, is happy to hear from civilization this stormy night, even if only for a few minutes, since they must save the batteries. Often the Doyle News carries news of friends on its message service. She turns the radio on. No sooner has the announcer begun reading than a brilliant flash silences him. They all stare in horror as realization dawns. The tubes have blown. They have no spares. Without the wireless, they can't order any. Unless they can get word ashore, they are completely cut off until next May. And now let Susie tell the story. We all felt devastated. No more church services from Newfoundland's first broadcasting station, VOWR, Voice of Wesley Radio, in St. John's. No carols during Christmas. No news from the outside world. And to a very young girl, I think not being able to listen to Little Orphan Annie was the worst blow of all. However, my father was a man who used his wits to overcome problems too numerous to mention, who pulled teeth and administered first aid at the drop of a hat. He hit upon an idea. He had what was known as a patent home sealer, a canning device. With it he would can birds, seal meat, cod tongues, and other delicacies in a 1-pound tin, which would provide us with a change in diet from time to time. He set to work and wrote down the numbers of the tubes on slips of paper and sealed the tins. Then, in bright red paint, he printed the mailman's name on all 3 tins and waited for a day when the wind was blowing toward Musgrave Harbour and threw them into the ocean, with a prayer, I'm sure. Can you imagine? 3 little tins bobbing in mountainous seas, buffeted by strong winds, travelling 12 miles. There were 6 or more islands between ours and Musgrave Harbour. One hope prevailed, however, and it was that God would surely hear our prayers. Musgrave Harbour has a lot of sandy beaches, so there was a good chance of the tins landing if they could get past the other islands. But would they be found? There were not many people on that coast. And so it was a very exciting day in November when Dad spied the little motorboat coming into view, and we all raced down to the government wharf to watch as she finally tied up. Dad called down to them, "Did you get my radio tubes?" We all held our breath for a moment, awaiting the reply that would make us very happy or plunge our spirits into deep despair. The answer, to our delight, was, "Yes, bye, we got 'em. I picked up one of the tins myself." We saw the lovely Christmas tree too, and we were very happy that day and for the rest of the winter.
Hi, it's Pam from Erin's Pub. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everyone. I hope everyone has a safe and happy Christmas, and all the best to everyone. Cheers.
Hello, this is Jeff Dunn in Mount Cisco, New York. I'd like to wish Jim, Lillian, and all the listeners in Roarland the very best of holiday seasons and a most excellent year to come.
To all the guys and the girls in Republic of the Avalon Radio, listen, this is a great life. Come enjoy it. Happy New Year, and may God wish you well.
You're on the spot now.
I'm Dave Dalton, and you're listening to The Roar.
I'm backstage at Erin's Pub with Ronnie Power. Hello.
Hi, Lynn. How you doing?
Good. You guys had a great set tonight.
Oh, thank you. We had quite a lively crowd. They were fun.
Yeah, it was really nice, actually. It was getting closer to Christmas.
Yeah, Water Street is pretty nice this time of year.
Yeah, it's lovely, actually.
Yeah.
We had a little bit of rain today, but last night it was beautiful.
Yeah, it's like a picture postcard.
Yeah. So you gave me this CD tonight, which is the Power Family Christmas Spirit.
Yes, it's a little project that I started about a month ago with my family, children, and we all take a turn singing a few songs on there. So it's something that we've been doing for a couple of years, just doing a few songs here and there. So this year we decided to put them all together and try to put out a CD.
Wow. And you have 5 children.
Yep.
I see, and ranging in ages from, I think you said 7 to 17?
Yep, that's
Wow.
it, 7 to 17.
You got a full house there.
Yeah, we got a full band there, yeah. They all play guitars and bass and drums and all that stuff, so they're really musically inclined.
Wow, so you guys must have a lot of fun, I guess. At home.
Yeah. It's always music going on, always jamming going on somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So you put out this Christmas CD, and we're gonna play a song from the CD, and it's the first track on the album, and it's called "The Flower Seller."
Yes, that song is actually about a girl, you know, those people who sell flowers in New York City, you see them in the movies, and she's selling flowers. She ends up in New York, and she's trying to get back to Ireland for Christmas to try to hook up with an old love. Anyway, so
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's giving me goosebumps, actually, just thinking about it.
Yeah.
I haven't heard the song yet, but I can't wait to hear it.
Oh, great! I hope you like it.
Wow, great! Thank you so much. And so we're gonna spin this song, and I hope everybody enjoys it. I'm sure they will.
Okay, thanks, Lynn, very much, and have a very, very Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
The streets of New York would be cold in the winter. There's a million footprints in the snow. An old man roasting chestnuts and a young Indian piper who plays so easy slow. And all the young lovers who pull up in taxis for flowers to make their love last. White rose for new love and red rose for true love, violets for love of the past. The young piper's family, they come from Buncrana. He knows places that she used to know. And it sounds so familiar, it could have been yesterday, although it's a lifetime ago. She remembers her true love the night that she left him, and the sadness when they saw each other part. White rose for new love and red rose for true love, violets for love of the past. small place in New York at Christmas, and everybody's friend. If she sells all those flowers, she might buy a ticket and go back to Montana once again. And all the young lovers who pull up in taxis for flowers to make their love last. White rose for new love and red rose for true love, violets for love of the past. She returned on vacation to visit relations, and a love she left standing on the quay. But now he wears a band of gold on a finger. She thought her own was hardened, once more she must roll. She might have liked to stay, but her memory would betray the wound deep within her heart. The wind blew on the Galway Bay once more, she must sail away. Violets for love of the past. And all the young lovers who pull up in taxis for flowers to make their love last. White rose for new love and red rose for true love, violets for love of the past. And all the young lovers who pull up in taxis for flowers to make their love last. White rose for new love and red rose for true love, violets for love of the past. Love of the past. Love of the past. Love of the past. Love of the past.
Hi, this is Jim Fidler from Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, and you are listening to Republic of Avalon Radio.
Hi folks, this is Eric Bogle from Australia via Scotland, and you're listening to Republic of Avalon Radio. It helps if you're stoned, but it doesn't matter if you're not.
Tom Boland from St. John's, Newfoundland. Merry Christmas to the listeners of Republic of Avalon Radio.
It's got the red light on. I hate the red light. Red light's on. Somebody's listening to you. That's the problem. God. Well, if I was talking to my friends at home, I'd love to say hello, Happy Christmas, and a Merry New Year.
Where are you from?
Home.
Where's home?
Thank you, Lisa. Jeez, where I came from, girl. You're stunned or what?
Our listeners don't know where you're from.
I know they don't. But you do.
Yeah, I know. You're from somewhere in Ireland, and I can't think of the name.
Dunmore East, County Waterford.
Okay. So.
But when I go home now, I go home to Glenbrook, Cork, where my parents live, and my sister.
Do you want to say hello to them?
Oh, of course. I've already said hello to them.
Okay. So
You're awful tangly, you know that, don't you?
This is the sober Marion, who's usually the drunken Marion at Christmas. And I just want to wish everyone a very happy Christmas who listens to Jim and Lillian's broadcast. Happy Christmas, everybody. Bye.
Republic of Avalon Radio.
Either you're with us or you're with the terrorists.
You're with the roar!
There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bonne And let's walk out toward the door and see if we can hear some other racket from outside. There could be some people cheering outside and making merry, and hopefully Mary's husband doesn't mind. Let's see. It is
look! There's fireworks over there.
I hear neighborage.
Wow. You guys, there's fireworks out here. Yeah. There's lots of fireworks out here, actually.
And lots of snow, too. It's like a sheet of snow.
They're really pretty ones, too, over this way. Okay, I'm the shortest person, so I'll go here.
Okay, I'm just going to hold my hand outside.
Where?
Over there. Over the rooftops.
Oh, yeah.
Woo, look at that. Wow. That works.
Good party over there.
Never heard the song.
Good party here, too.
Good.
Yes.
Gracious. We had some... the snow is absolutely incredible.
Wow. Happy New Year, everybody.
Banane! Banane!
That's an excellent response. That was like the philosophy question, right?
I don't know. We got a call and answer thing going on.
Whoa, that was an interesting one.
And these are not the main fireworks. The main fireworks were cancelled. So these are, these are independent, self-sufficient individuals.
Exactly.
These
are beautiful.
Who needs Big Brother to supply us with fireworks?
That's right. These are neighborhood fireworks.
That's what I'd like to know. These are neighborly fireworks.
They're really pretty.
Banane!
Oh my God, they're beautiful.
Oh, you see?
Really nice, yeah.
Private party?
Oh, just come out. Look.
There you go.
Over there, that way. Hope they're not finished.
Sometimes some up and shake heads.
Yep.
They're coming right up over those houses there.
Nothing?
No, maybe they're reloading.
At least they're not bombs, folks.
Yeah, really.
Yes. We don't like bombas.
No.
All right, we are returning. We shall return to our original place of congregation and celebration. It is now 2008.
Happy NewAr, you guys.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I'm recording you now, Doug.
Happy New Year.
So what do you think of this whole fiasco?
It's very interesting. The food is lovely.
Yeah. So you've had like 2 bowls of chili and a bunch of salsa.
Oh, a big load of salsa and chips. I imagine I'll be enjoying pig in the blankets after.
Oh yeah, we're gonna eat all night.
Nibble all night long.
And we got some lovely bevies too.
Yes, indeed we do.
Lovely homemade beer. Are you trying the homemade beer now?
I think I got some mixer.
Okay. Well, you'll have to try one later.
I will indeed.
Okay. All right. Well, Happy New Year to you.
And Happy New Year to you.
Say Happy New Year to all our listeners.
And Happy New Year to everyone else at Republic of Avalon Radio.
Okay. All right. See you later.
See you later.
Hey.
Hi.
We've got Dave Dalton here. From down the street, our neighborhood friend and pub friend.
Hi, all you listeners out there in the Roarland. Happy New Year to everyone. We're having a great party here. Wish you were here.
Yeah, it is nice. I must say it's small but cozy and.
Yeah, more people might show up. It's like some people probably went to the bars and went and left at midnight to come here.
Yeah, I think so. We hope anyway.
Yeah.
But this is nice, and we're having a nice evening. We've got lots of food, and we've got some nice company, quality as opposed to quantity.
Yeah, this is a good party.
Yeah, and the fireworks were lovely too.
Yeah. Did you have fireworks too?
No, I didn't get any. Actually, I was thinking about getting some for the field down there, but I didn't get around to getting them today. But gee whiz, the neighbors were more than generous with their fireworks. So. Yeah. So Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you, Lillian, and to Jim and everyone here and everyone out there in listener land.
Okay. We'll catch you on the next round.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy your beer.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, there's some homemade bevies in the fridge if you want one.
Your homebrew, yeah.
Yeah, just help yourself.
Yeah, well, maybe a little later on I'll have one.
Okay.
Stick to the Blue Star for now.
Okay. See ya. Hey, we have Anna Banana over here.
Anna Banana. Yes.
I'm sorry. So, Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. Well, so this is going out to all the listeners of Republic of Avalon Radio, and we have Anne here, our friend Anne, who is kind of a neighborhood friend as well. You don't live far from here, and she came out and braved the wind and the snow and the howling snow, actually, because it's not very nice out there at all.
No, and drifts.
Yeah.
Yeah, snow drifts.
And you drove down here.
I did indeed.
Courageous. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm the designated driver.
Yeah. Great, but you're going to come back here after, and then you don't have to be a
I don't have
driver
to,
if you
no.
don't want to.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll live far from here, so you'll be fine?
Yeah, it'll be fine. Jim suggested a topic for this discussion, but unfortunately I don't know anything about it.
Okay, what was it?
It was hairless cats.
Hairless cats. I don't really know much about that myself.
No.
But our cat is very hairy. Furry.
He is, in fact, if you observe carefully, a hairless cat.
A hairless cat, yeah, I guess he is,
I
actually.
should have figured there'd be a pun behind it. Okay. Got it, Jim.
But what constitutes fur? Like,
yes, Jim,
what is
tell
fur
us what
made of?
constitutes
Fur is different than hair. Hair is something that grows continually and is more spaced. Fur tends to grow a lot more closely and doesn't tend to grow, perpetually and need to be cut to maintain length. That's just my guess. And I'm sticking to it.
Sounds like a good answer, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Good for now.
Good for now. Sayonara. All right. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Before she comes Harry Carey.
Okay. All right. You're gonna go over.
That was the end of my.
So have we fed Fred?
End of my paper.
Say hello to you guys. We have here Andrew.
Tis I.
The brother of Jim.
Homemade salsa yet, Frederick?
And the brother-in-law. No. We're in-laws.
Myself, yeah. But we're not outlawed.
No, that's a good thing.
Yeah, indeed.
Good thing to be, definitely not outlawed.
Yeah, it's
There
stay
might be
within reason.
Yeah, I mean, it might be okay if you're kind of on the run and you're doing something good to be outlawed. But
Yeah, if you're
not something
Robin
nasty.
Hood,
Yeah.
you're robbing from the rich, give to the poor.
Exactly.
I can dig that, just as long as nobody gets hurt.
Yeah. A good outlaw is always okay.
Indeed. Amazing how we admire some of these outlaws, Billy the Kid and whatnot.
Exactly. There are good outlaws. And they're
sure.
good in-laws as well.
Indeed. There are many people who operated out of the confines of the law at the time that certainly helped to make a change and helped to make things for the better. But all within reason. Don't have people get hurt. Form protests, make sure they're organized.
Yeah.
Make sure people are safe.
Yeah, for sure.
Indeed.
And make it effective.
Yeah.
If you can, without being violent.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
necessary.
There are ways around such things.
Yeah. So do you have any wishes for this coming year, for not just for yourself, or for anybody, or for the world, or for anything that you might think of, that you would like to see happen in
Things
the
I
world?
would like to see happen. There are many things I would like to see happen. Let's see somebody. Let's see a president this year that doesn't warmonger or make excuses for violence. Let's have no war in Iraq. Let's have a stable situation in the Middle East. Let's have more people becoming aware and more people generally educating themselves. Let's have that for the new year.
Yeah. I think that's a great wish.
Indeed, thank
Definitely.
you. Thank you. Came up with that on the spot.
Thank you, Andrew. Happy New Year.
Over and out. Happy New Year.
Okay, I got a good one now. Okay. Do you have any wishes for the coming year? For humanity, or for people, or for your family, or for just the community, or anything like that?
Oh, I have lots of wishes. For humanity and community, I wish for peace.
Yeah.
For my family, I wish for healing. And for me, I wish prosperity?
Uh-huh.
Is that selfish?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think everybody has a right to prosperity.
I don't mean material prosperity.
No, but we can be wealthy in lots of ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the kind of wealth I seek.
Okay, cool.
But peace. Peace is at the top of the list.
It's an important one for sure. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I didn't have the same experience this Christmas.
No?
I'd rather have a tapeworm than be taped.
So, do you have any wishes for humanity in the next year?
Wake up.
Wake up, okay. That's it in a nutshell, I guess, folks.
Hi, this is Eddy Grant, and you're listening to the Republic of Avalon Radio. Take your time.
Well, that's it for episode 62 of Republic of Avalon Radio, and that's also it for 2007. And here we are already into 2008. So we hope you've enjoyed your time here with us, that 2008 will be only better than 2007 for you. And in the meantime, from Lillian and myself, take care of each other. Happy New Year, and we'll catch you next time, right here on Republic of Avalon Radio.
A Root Cellar production.